We appreciate y'all tuning in. It's the Wonder Twins towards.
What's up? Welcome to Two Wars. I think that's what
Oh.
we're gonna call it. We just gonna let it go, do what it do. I'm
Off the hip.
firstborn, secondborn. This is firstborn, you heard. And this is Two Wards, maybe not, but we're gonna mix it up.
Maybe the Wonder Twins.
I know you've been watching Cannon Busters on Netflix. Like, what you think? What's your first impressions of that so far?
Oh, I like it. I like the whole black anime cast kind of thing. I like the visual. It's not like a black character with the
Stereotypical, big nose, big
stereotypical,
lips.
type of a vibe, but it's still natural and true to the, I would say, African American roots.
And you like the whole how they switch regular hand-drawn animation with the 3D, with the robots and whatnot?
Yeah, I like that ability to use your imagination. I like how that's portrayed in Cannon Busters because it's like all the bounty hunters have a type of secret extra thing that they can do. Like the one dude had like spider legs, and then the one chick had a tail that like did all the weird stuff. It's like you still get all the creativity, but you get a spin on it, so it's not your typical
run-of-the-mill type thing. Where,
Yeah.
like, with live action, you can only do so much. You watch Black Lightning.
Yeah, I've seen Black Lightning.
You gotta sell me on that because I haven't caught up. How many seasons is it?
I think it's about 3 now. Black Lightning is I'm assuming it's also based on a comic book about a superhero family. Okay, so the way that the black, ironically, I don't like this now I'm thinking about it. The way the black superheroes got powers was through drugs.
Jeez, man. Thank you, Ronald Reagan. How did Luke Cage get his powers?
All right, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know anything about Luke Cage. I mean, if we named all the top black superheroes, I'd probably have 3.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't know any, I'm not gonna lie, other than Black Lightning. You just said Luke Cage
Luke Cage.
and Catwoman. And I don't even know if Catwoman was black. I just know Halle Berry played the only Catwoman I ever seen.
Okay, so that's 3. In that order?
Let me try to think deep to see if I know any other black superheroes.
Would you put Black
Wasn't okay, see, and this is another thing. I don't know which of these superheroes are black or just played by black actors. Because then I was gonna say Storm, who was also played by Halle Berry. So
Black. Storm's black.
in all the versions of X-Men?
Yeah, like most of them. And then she married your boy
Wolverine?
Black Panther.
Oh.
I guess that is Wolverine too, but yeah. She married Black Panther, yeah. But let me break it to you. You got Killmonger #1, you got Static Shock, then you got Storm. She get busy. Storm is like an Omega level mutant, so she be throwing hands in the form of lightning bolts. Spawn. Spawn was like some sort of demon type black dude that could like transform, and he was out of sight. He did a lot of stuff. Blade, my guy. Gotta put
He's a
Blade up
superhero.
there.
I thought he was a vampire.
I mean, that's like superpowers, right?
I don't know.
I'll put him on as a technicality.
So Dracula a superhero too? Or is he a supervillain?
Supervillain, right?
I don't know. What's the difference? They both sucking blood.
You up on the new music? I know Kamaya, 2018 freshman, she dropped something new. I think her debut project. Trying to get to that. The fact that Kendrick has yet to release an album yet.
Kendrick has not released that rock album.
That's a huge elephant in the room. Well, we gotta address it. Kendrick Lamar, K. Dot, Kung Fu Kenny, you gotta drop that bad boy.
What's up with all the nicknames? Did he give himself them nicknames?
I believe so.
Oh. Does it count if like other people don't give them to you?
I don't think it does, but people still roll with it, I suppose.
I guess.
I mean, who do you know is handing out nicknames to people?
People.
I checked out. You fuck with A Boogie with the Hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard his new thing. It's kind of good.
That adrenaline was pretty good.
It was kind of a little slow to me, and plus he kind of relied heavy on the guitar.
I feel like he relied heavy on a lot of people rely heavy on the samples now.
Just finessing older songs that are already established.
Yeah.
But
and I don't know if it's a label thing or what.
What about Lil Wayne? You heard that funeral? I think we touched on that earlier though.
The funeral was pretty dope. It was okay in some places, and it was a little like Wayne come in different categories. You know, you got a
lot of markets to please.
Yeah, and you got a lot of established Wayne, and then you got the Wayne that's still kicking. You know, you got the Wayne that can just rock with anything because he's established. Then you got Wayne that comes out like, hey, I still got this on lock. I'm still the best rapper alive. So it's not like a thing to where, oh, Wayne just dropped something new that's something hot.
Gotta hop on it.
Yeah, it's like anytime he drop, it's gonna be a hot thing because back to that legendary thing, he got the legendary past.
I had enough of the disrespect. I'm gonna lay it down right now. Lorde is better than Billie Eilish. I said it. I mean it. One, she makes that alternative music. It's melodic. It's soulful in a sense. It's youthful and energetic. Lorde is hella mature beyond her age and whatnot, and I feel like she relates to a whole lot of different people. She got this one song where she's like, she's a philosopher. She has a song called what? Blood and Gore, where she essentially says, we're all the things that we do for fun. Like, come on, man. Are you not what you do for fun?
You do yourself for fun?
No.
I just say just what you said.
So, you know, Lorde just be breaking that stuff down on a metaphysical, spiritual level that you gotta pay attention to a little bit. You got her amazing album, Heroin. You got the intro track, Tennis Court. That was a nice intro. Blood and Gore. 400 Lux.
Mm-hmm.
Ribs. Ribs go good. You got to check out the Hemsworth remix. That thing, the way they looped that bad boy, amazing. White Teeth Teens. World Alone. Phenomenal album. Just banging. The album cover is weak. It's just black with the word heroin on it. Whatever. Then you got Melodrama. That's a little more tasteful with the album cover. You got like just her in the bed with like some kind of weird filter, whatever. Some of the more banging tracks on Melodrama, you got Perfect Places, Every Night I Live and Die, Feel the Party to My Bones, Bars. Why you dig Billie Eilish so much?
Okay, so we're not going to start with so much, but I like Billie Eilish and Billie Eilish's music.
Mm-hmm.
Over the time, she's done a lot more than I feel Lorde did in her time frame of when she had her nice royal run. Mm. Lorde is not bad. However, it seems like they're on the same wavelength except for she's a bit darker. Now, Billie Eilish is a good singer. She has a nice voice. She has an amazing voice. It's singing music, like you said. Lorde can say this, this, and this, and it resonated with you because it touched you in a different type of way. She delivers the songs very well. She delivers the overall outlook, the image, the persona. She delivers all of that very well. She's an 18-year-old kid. She won Grammy after Grammy after Grammy. Like, plan or no plan, she's doing good.
You think it's sustainable?
Do you think Lorde was sustainable?
Yeah. To quote Childish Gambino, he doesn't want to do this, but Lorde makes nerd things for nerds, and she does it phenomenally well. Mm-hmm. So I'm waiting tooth and nail for that new album because I know it's going to be fire. Same with Kendrick Lamar. Y'all need to drop that. And
maybe we should both try the opposite sides of things because I don't listen to Lorde after Royals and Blood and Gore. I heard Blood and Gore, which is pretty good, and Royals was pretty good. Yeah. But same thing with the songs. Billie Eilish has some good songs like Ocean Eyes is great, Bad Guy is great, One by One is great, Win the Crown. Where do we all go when we go to sleep? What happens when we all go to sleep? Which is like a genuine question.
One, because you stay in your bed.
Not necessarily, because technically we don't know what happens when these eyes close. We could all disappear. Right now, if we leave the kitchen, does it still exist? Or do all the electrons in the kitchen just disappear and separate from each other? Because apparently, with the slit theory,
so, coming with you with weather, Jay. What do we got on the front?
So, in the most recent weather, it snowed here in North Carolina. It was pretty eventful for those of us who haven't seen snow
Indeed.
Which the other people in North Carolina just thought I was over exaggerating. So I guess I'm the only one in North Carolina who has not seen the snow, which was only me.
It's the first time for everything. You wasn't there when they was like 6 years old seeing snow for the first time, making fun of them. So kind of balances out.
Was I? Maybe 600 years ago, I saw snow. One before I was reincarnated.
What was you reincarnated as 600 years ago?
Well, 600 years ago, I was a goat. But I'm still a goat. I couldn't help it. I'm enough with goats, though. Seriously.
Enough with the weather.
How you feel about cleaning your belly button on a daily basis?
That's something I need to be doing. But when I'm in the shower, I be forgetting to do it anyway. So it's like you hit the 3 core spots, and then sometimes you go
3 core spots. Your body. Okay, let's start with number 1. There are no core spots on your body. They're all equally important.
I would agree. But do you remember your belly button all the time?
Every time.
Every time.
I don't understand how you don't. You start from the top, work your way down. On the way down, you hit yourself with a quick rinse. Then you work your way back up again. You rain that thing out. Then you hit those private areas. And always wash your ass last. Okay? Make sure it rhymes. If it rhymes, it's right.
Valuable life lessons here. You don't get nowhere else.
If it rhymes, it's right. Don't ever go to the Jacksonville Fair unless you're trying to get a turkey leg. Ain't nothing there safe. Not your kids, not your wife. Hide them all.
That reference is like, what, 8 years old? Yeah.
But I remember I went to Jacksonville Fair and I got on there. Okay, and to be honest, it might not have been the needle ride that stole my keys. I got on one of them rides and I lost my keys. I was there until the park closed looking for my keys. All right, bottom lock. I lost my keys on that ride and I called a Papa Lock dude. He came, cut a new key for me. I got in my car. It cost me $256. The next day I went back to the fair and they found my keys. Like, Pop Lock not gonna refund you because you found your keys.
At least you got a spare key at the time. So
yeah, I mean,
glass half full.
Hell needs a spare key. I mean, now technically, if I had that key prior to losing my key, it would be very, very beneficial.
Yeah, good to go. Good to go.
A lot of stuff I feel like is behind the scenes that they only release to us what they want to release to us. Like, I feel like
in certain instances,
if certain stuff didn't happen, yeah, same thing. Like, if they want us to know that a black man in Texas got shot at by the cops because he didn't turn his blinker on, and that's what they're going to put out there. But if they don't want us to know that Japan got 2 nuclear bombs waiting to attack us again from Hiroshima and Nagasaki, then they're not going to tell us that. Like, they're not going to tell us any of that unless it was a reason they wanted to tell us that, to inflate prices on do whatever. You know, I just feel like in certain reasons they tell you the stuff that they tell you, and in certain reasons that they don't. So I don't try to get too wrapped up in all that. So even to speak on like the pilot who recently passed away in the Kobe Bryant situation, and now they're saying, oh, he's been out of conduct and broke laws before. So it's like, well, what does that have to do with anything now?
Are they trying to criminalize his image, I guess?
Well, why? What would that do for anyone at this point? Like, trying to say he's messed up previously and he's passed away. What does that do anything? Unless he's not dead.
Good. Yeah, so I think I know what you're saying. You're saying they killed Kobe Bryant to hide the true origins of the coronavirus. Am I getting you right?
No, the coronavirus was used to knock out the Chinese population because we owe them so much money. Well, apparently they quarantine these people in Texas. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's a good idea for you to let them back in the United States. We was listening to it yesterday.
Yeah, we got a tail end of it.
Yeah. I don't think it's a good idea for them to get let back into the U.S. And then the other half is like, let them back in. They're not showing any signs. Everything should be fine. They're fine. Because Americans have a stronger immune system than Asians.
I need you to give me some facts on that one. You kind of pulled that out of nowhere. But
well, see, because Americans, I'm just playing.
Right, but that is a tough call. It's like, I mean, if they don't show that they're sick, do you bring them back in or potentially have them bring that sickness with them, or do you just leave them stranded because you feel like they have a disease that they may or may not have? So I mean, it's tricky. So
like once it was out in that air and you got it. Like that next inhale, you got the coronavirus, and it may look like the flu, but then after that, you're dead.
That's tragic. It's tragic.
Like, just imagine if all of Texas was like slightly wiped out or 50%.
That'd be devastating.
Yeah, like that's kind of crazy. It's almost like a natural disaster.
Yeah.
But it's not natural because somebody made the coronavirus.
And that's crazy too, because like if they wipe out like what, a good chunk of Texas, Texas is like a major player in the election because, you know, the higher the population of a state, the more electoral ballots or whatever they get.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, if, you know, a good chunk of Texas gets taken out, then you got a lot of Republicans up in arms because they losing a lot of political power right there.
Up in arms because they bear arms down there.
Yeah.
No. What if it's an intentional bio-warfare that is coming for us?
But nah, you getting too deep for.
Speaking of microchips, how do you...
Negativity, microchips.
Yeah, because see,
superb segues.
Microchips are negative, and you're bringing all that negativity in.
What if
are there multiple universes?
You're not teleporting.
What if your room doesn't exist right now?
That would be crazy.
Until you walk into it. So
you're saying life is being created as I move through it?
Yes.
That's crazy. What does it say about power and my ability to interact with it? It's just a lot. Of course, R.I.P. Kobe, R.I.P. Pop. Pop Smoke, that is.
R.I.P. Juice WRLD.
That was last year, R.I.P. Juice WRLD. R.I.P. George Washington.
Oh, he died last year?
Yeah. It's been a slow year so far. Like,
that is crazy.
Yeah, time's passing. In the past 3 years, does he rank in like the top 5 celebrity rap deaths? Would you put him up there with like Nipsey and Mac Miller and who else we lost? XXX Temptation. Would you put Pop Smoke up there or?
His name is Tentacion.
That's Spanish for temptation.
But that's not what he named himself.
Fair point.
Little Skies, right? Juice WRLD died.
Yeah, Juice WRLD and Skies, yeah.
Lil Peep died, didn't he? Or is he still just in a deadly country?
Pretty sure, yeah. I get Skies and Peeps confused all the time.
What about Malcolm and Martin? Would they be in the same side of heaven?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because of the contributions they made
to society, yeah, and black culture overall, yeah, I would think so.
But isn't he a Muslim?
I put him in the same one. Technically, yes, but yeah, he's going to a different one.
Mr. X is in his own heaven.
Yeah, he is.
Not Triple X.
Well, yeah, I appreciate y'all watching this. I'm sure, and Jay, you do as well. Know what I mean? We coming live at you every week, I believe. If not.